Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith of the Black Channel here, Ticker Talker, and we're really a little bring 'em in music here. So let's take a look at our broader averages. And so what we knew to be true here was this broadening formation here in the SPY, and then we rallied back yesterday, and now we're getting fortunate. We really wanted this thing to expand so we can get some more action out of it, and that's what we're getting, fortunately, because last week was an outside week, which forms your broadening formation here, and now we're accelerating through that, which means that this here took out both sides, and then as soon as it took out the highs and the lows, now we're expanding to the lows. That's good. So now we got some room here on the monthly. Here, potential outside month, right? That's good. That means we can get some more action, hopefully. So right now, just grinding lower here. And if we go to the Qs, we know the Qs are where we've been looking. Qs, because Qs taking out last month's lows. That's a 2-2 reversal on the Qs, right? And so yesterday, much ado about, the gap and rally back. That could be the bottom. I'm like, or not. Bam. Right? Take those lows right back out. So what'll happen, it'll have like an order vacuum. So you got your gap down here. But then once it starts to creep back up, anybody short starts to see their profits evaporate. So what they'll do is they cover, right? And other guys who are trying to pick bottoms are in there. And then yesterday, the good thing is anybody who got long yesterday could stay long, and they think they probably maybe nailed the bottom. And then boom, as soon as we come down here, serve it to them right there. So if you go to the Qs, we just had this inside 30 down. Now we got a new 60, right? We always want to keep an eye on that new 60. What they want to do right now is trying to stabilize a little bit coming into the midday. So if we go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, the Dow Jones Diamonds here going red on the month. It's got some distance to go 3 on the month, but going outside week, here's the diamonds, right? And that's something you look for once you start coming back through. You see, the diamonds were different yesterday. They didn't rally back. They were already staying weak, and that told us like Home Depot here. And we call this the pivot machine gun. Anybody who got long in here has stops here, 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 here. Boom, right there. And so nice forming the outside week for us. So if you go to Lowe's Corp, same deal. Boom, right? It's great when you have things that trade fairly closely together like so. On the upside, we did have some energies trying to fight up here, and I'm going to get to that in a second. For the most part, it's a bunch of shenanigans. We had Domino's Pizza. Bill Ackman owns a bunch of it. I'm like, that guy? Okay. So that spiked on that. Now you can see what we talk about called mother bar problems. How are you going to get outside of this range, right? And so the good thing is if price discovery starts over again, and here you're going to see this inside bar on the 60, then this down. Now if you can take this out, you got RevStrat 60 to the upside, up 429.80. You're not near doing that just yet, but you can see if this starts to bounce around in there. Always like to have them newsy things around for some action. Speaking of newsy action, Chris, warm it up, Chris. And you can look at this mess in here. And now it's drug approval or something like that's going on in here. Anyway, you got an inside 60. How are you going to get out of there? Just kind of stalling out. Not a lot of real good stuff on the long side. Jazz Pharmaceuticals here. And you can see this inside day of this. Couldn't get outside of that range. Pokes down. And then 1, 2, 2 into the highs. And that's also inside month to the upside. So Jazz Farm coming up just a tad. If we go to Oprah, WW, and Oprah on the daily, you can see this inside day. Couldn't take out the highs or lows. Slight poke down, RevStrat day. Guess where the stops go? Here, here, and here. Boom! Pivot machine gun takes them out. Now looking like an inside 60. Not doing too much on everything else. We'll see. If we go to the gap list and go eyes. And eyes was nice here on the gap, coming back to the previous range. That's what we like. And then if you go to the 30, this is what we look for. So here it gaps up. Now you can take this on the short side right here. 2 up, 2 down. But as soon as it comes back up into this range, you got to cover. But then you get the 2 up, 2 down, boom, 2 upward. As soon as it takes this out, get long. And off she goes. No lower lows on the 30 as yet for you. We'll see how that goes. If we go to EGAN, and here you go, trying to go off that 30 here. Here's that monthly, right? Outside month after an inside month. It took it down, and now it's coming back through. So this movement here, this is what a lot of people were hoping for with Qs and stuff like that. That gap down, come back, and then follow through, because this is a 2 down, 2 up reversal back through previous range, right? Which is what we like here. So we'll see if anything more comes of that. If you go to LQDT, and LQDT, remember a few days ago had this nice move, chopped them up a little bit in here. Now still going into the 60s, but for right now, you've got your inside 60 to the inside month to the upside. That's it. Up, sideways, 3-4 months, and then measured move, working nicely. Broader averages still firming up here. Looks like we're going to get some inside 60s here in the next hour. CME coming up here a little bit. And CME, and so taking those highs out, inside week to the upside, inside month to the upside, CME. Like I said, it's Wednesday, so you get that crude number. Crude holds up, all right? And so one of the things I talk about a lot is that what we want to do is be able to scan to tell us what we're looking for. And what I mean by that is this. Let's pull up the scans. Say, okay, who is taking out last month's highs? Who's above last month's highs? Right, that's something I want to know about. Last month's highs. Let's take a look. Well, you got Bank of America, you got X, you got RIG, you got Exxon, all right? Citicorp, so this is telling me some financials. Slob Devon Energy, this is telling me energies. JP Morgan, more financial with X. And FCX, that's telling me the commods, right? Halliburton, Chevron, maybe we should be looking at energy if we're going long. Okay, Morgan Stanley, more financials. Conoco, more energy, right? This is telling us when the market firms up, energy is the place to be with some financials and some metals. And then if you go to who's taking out last month's lows, Palantir, okay, AMD, Tesla's, DraftKings, Intel, MU, maybe some tech, AMAT, Twitter, Boeing, Roku, LITE, Qualcomm. So you can see the difference here when you look at the scans on where you want to be, right, and tell you who's going up and who's going down as far as we know from last month, right? So if we take this down, we know that the Qs were the key here by taking out the month. And we knew that because from XLK is now doing that, right? We're waiting for Apple to see if Apple does that here. That's going to be below 122.28. So you've been close right there because that's almost half the XLK with Microsoft. So if Microsoft and Apple both take this out, XLK going lower. Just so you know, that's 238.05. So you're getting there for the Microsoft with the Apple and the XLK, because we knew SMH was the main issue because last month it couldn't make the higher high, and then boom, this month right out the chute it took that out. So not always easy. It's hard to stay short in this like yesterday. But then they come back in today and right back at it, right back to it. And that's why you want to know if you're swimming upstream. Be like, all right, well, I think I called the low. Well, on a monthly basis, you're still on a sell, right? And that's when they come in and smack you around a little bit. We've got, the usual suspects, AVGO over there, coming back down, looking very similar, and boom, right off that monthly LRCX. How you doing, buddy? That's RevStrat month. Inside month, hammer counter, shooter counters hammer, and back down through. just kind of stuck right now inside on the 60, like a lot of things. So hopefully we get some inside 60s for some measured moves to the downside on a lot of this good stuff. We also saw with the Home Depot, the home builders. And so once you get that reversal on a Monday, right, and this is what we were looking for, that here it goes up, and then boom, it's a reversal on the Tuesday. Here, once it starts coming back through, that's when you start looking for the outside weeks. And that's where you got your Home Depot and your Lowe's. Was DHI. There you go. KBH. How you doing, buddy? Same deal. Toll Brothers. And this is why you want to watch the sectors to see if they're all the stocks in there are doing the same thing. It's called a simultaneous break, right? And it was pertinent to everybody. So if you go to WIX, getting pounded here. These are like kicking pattern. When you have like 80 to 90% all green and then you gap down. Anybody in here, nobody's short yesterday, right? They got carried out. And everybody who stayed long is spending the day getting out of this thing. And it triggers inside month to the downside. People getting killed in this thing. Help them get more killed. If we get to Boeing in the Dow, you've got Boeing. Remember, we're willing to go either way on this in the weekend video because of this inside month here, right? And if we re-break that, we want to be short. And on the weekly, you had the inside week, poke down, and then rev strat week, 1, 2, 2 to the upside, right? But then what happened? Yesterday, boom, they stopped all these guys out, but by the afternoon, it gave it up. Right here, inside 60 and back down. So they stopped out who they wanted to stop out up there. Then, now we reverse, which sets up the outside week and the inside month and down, right? If we go to Walmart, some retail, talking about this, right? So now Walmart did this. This is what we look for. Outside day, right here. Check out both sides. Poke up 2, boom, 3, 2, 2. And if that works, the magnitude is at least here. But at that point, then you can go shooter counters hammer, 2-2 reversal weak for here to take this out, right? Below 137.55 takes it out. And if that works, you're setting up the outside month, which would be down at 135.33, getting there. So back through the broadening formation goes Walmart. If we go to Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree talked about this yesterday, but still valid because of this monthly. And the big problem for Dollar Tree is this, the outside month. You can see the broadening formation, but this is the outside month, the 322. And if you don't have a reversal on this, it's going all the way back down to here, right? So for the rest of the month, I want to know about Dollar Tree below 113.38 because this, the 2-2 reversal daily back to this previous range, set up the outside week that reconfirmed the 2-2 month reversal to the downside. Still bleeding out is Dollar Tree. If we go to the DraftKings, and the DraftKings, boy. And so last month slightly took out the monthly lows, but this month's starting to accelerate back through all this stuff, right? So you'll notice this a couple weeks ago. The 2 down, the 2 up, boom. And the magnitude on this was to take this out. But the good part about this was you're coming back to a previous range. That's what you want to do. And now it's still puking, it's still coming down. Watching this market firm up a little bit. So what you want to notice here is going to say at the bottom of the next hour, you might have the Qs inside on the 60, the SPY inside on the 60, the diamonds inside in the 60, small cappers inside in the 60. That's going to get my attention. We're forming an equilibrium right now, so they're trying to stabilize. We'll see what sides of these that we break. NNOX, what are you doing here, buddy? I know, I'm just getting little signals here, small signals. So be aware of that. We got inside 60s here. You got the materials and the industrials and energy and the banks on the strength and the tech on the weakness. So just keep going back and forth right now. A lot more stuff taking out last month's lows. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith Black Channel here. Ticker Taco Strat Time Report.